Hi everyone and welcome back to Detroit Become Human. I believe that we are now entering the final chapter. I was just looking at a chapter list. I didn't want to get any information regarding what could be in those chapters, but it looks like the previous chapter that we were in was the second last. So I believe this one is going to be the big finish, but it really depends how this is going to go.
This morning, a national curfew was declared. Civilian movement will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately. Temporary camps are being set up in all our major cities to contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is being done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Please!
Oh, we can ask questions. Cool.
Has the leader of the Deviants been apprehended?
The deviant that is known as Marcus has not been located yet, but we will soon track it down and neutralize it.
Madam President!
Is it true that the androids could hack our IT systems, like nuclear power plants and military bases?
All androids working on sensitive sites have been neutralized, and all IT systems have been suspended to avoid any risks of hacking. The situation is under control.
Please!
A convoy of medical cobalt is reported missing. Army weapon stores are also said to have been robbed. Can you confirm these reports?
I have no information on that at this time.
Madam President!
Madam President! Many believe that androids are a new form of intelligent life. Do you have any comment?
That's ridiculous. Next question, please.
Please? Please?
Is it true that a large number of deviants are still on the loose?
We don't have the full reports at this time, but if so, I can assure you they will soon be apprehended and destroyed. Thank you. That will be all.
Jeez. So the humans have been given instructions to destroy the androids, and we've decided that we want to be peaceful. That's not good. That's not going to go down well. They're just going to fire at us, kill us, do whatever they can.
Connor model 313-248-317. I'm expected.
Identification successful.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Now we're being sent here because supposedly we are to be deactivated. That's the reason that they're able to let us in, because they know that this Connor mob is supposed to be deactivated. But obviously that's not what we're going to be doing. We're infiltrating the big fat tower in the middle of the frame. One Connor versus that entire tower. This is going to be filled with people, filled with androids as well, probably. It's the big Cyberlife headquarters, isn't it?
Follow me. We'll escort you.
Thanks, but I know where to go.
Maybe. But I have my orders.
I was about to say it would be stupid to let Connor go alone. Follow the guard. But we are a deviant now.
Connor android identified. Agent 77 identified. Scan complete. Access authorized.
Cool. Authorizes every single person who walks through there. Well, even if we are a deviant, we're still having to follow the guards, so that's a shame. I can't go and explore this place. It's so cool. I really just want to wander about, see what this place is actually like. I guess there's nothing I can really do. We're probably going to get around to the place where we're supposed to be deactivated, then we'll be given a choice. Do we get deactivated or do we, like, attack the guy? And then we'll probably end up attacking the guy, neutralizing him, and then we will be in here on our own, no longer supervised, and we're supposed to infiltrate this entire place and get to wherever we need to go. Can't really remember exactly what we're supposed to do, though. That's okay. Connor will guide us.
Agent 54, level 31.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
The warehouse is where we're supposed to be headed.
Hey, don't touch that.
Oh, okay. So what floor are we on at the moment? We need to... Oh, I can't do anything. Pre-construct. Pre-construct. Let's pre-construct. Pre-construct. So if I look over here, if I end up taking this guy out... Has a gun. Kick. Has a gun. Okay, let's do it. Very cool. And now we can use the panel.
Please indicate your identity and destination.
We have his voice. Really? Are you serious? Agent 54's voice or Connor's voice?
Agent 54, level sub 49.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
I was pretty tempted to try out Connor's voice just to see what would happen, but obviously they're not going to want the androids controlling that elevator.
The last bus leaves in 20 minutes. That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast.
20 minutes to find the bus terminal. Can we talk to her?
Are you alright?
I'm really cold.
Oh, what? My K500 settings. Hot cold sensitivity is activated. Oh, so we can deactivate her ability to feel things, but that would make her less human. That's a really interesting choice, actually. I don't really want to do anything, because I kind of want her to continue to feel things and continue to stay with us rather than just be a robot. Obviously, she's not going to hate me for that. I mean, she's had the hot cold sensitivity thing on for a while now, so is more or less used to acting as a human. That's a gun. Are there going to be people nearby? I really don't trust this straight.
Come on. Let's not stay here.
And my controller battery is running low. You serious?
No, please don't hurt me. Shut up on your knees.
They're gonna be shot.
What are we gonna
100%.
do? We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me. We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Don't kill me. I didn't do anything. Shut up, I said. Are there many more?
Low risk.
Look at them, they're like rats. The more you look, the more you find. Oh, we don't have to spend the night here. I'm freezing my nuts off. It's gonna take weeks to clean up this fucking city. Believe me, our farm finished.
There are soldiers everywhere. We need to be careful.
High risk.
Get moving.
Cool.
Hurry up. Get in.
I'll try to immediately press it if it says low risk.
Look over there. It's the cherries. We can't help them. The soldiers are everywhere. We can't just leave them. They're going to kill them.
I'll see if we can save them, and then we can try to get to the bus. Hope we don't get hurt or killed.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human. I just want to go home. My wife is expecting me, and we're gonna...
Got orders to check all civilians.
No. No! Please!
Fucking androids.
Okay, well, I guess I said that I would try and save them, but I wasn't really too sure exactly where I was supposed to go there, so I just watched it happen. Find a weapon. Oh, there are people over there. Wait, we have a weapon though, don't we? We already have a gun. Approach slowly. We go like to the side, no? Oh.
Kara, you saved us. We don't know how to thank you. Where's the little one?
She's all right. She's hiding nearby. Go before they see you.
I like how visual it is. It means that as soon as it goes blue, I will immediately hit the square on the controller. We can tell immediately. Who are they?
A checkpoint. We have passports. It should be okay, but you never know.
Is there another way?
We could take a detour, but we might miss the bus.
Maybe it's better to be safe.
How much time do we have? Well, we have 10 minutes. It takes 11 minutes to get to the bus that way, or 3 minutes to get to the bus that way. So we're going to end up missing the bus otherwise, and I don't know how we're supposed to get there. If we don't take the checkpoint, then we're not going to get the bus, and I don't know what happens if we miss the bus. But there is a chance of us losing one of the characters here. Even Alice. Maybe even Kara. I'm not too sure. There's going to be a whole lot of quick time stuff, probably. So we're going to need to be very careful. I know that Alice probably isn't going to like me for it, but we do sometimes need to take risks, and I do remember what Connor said last time, that even in a situation that is risky, there is always a chance that it will work out. We've chosen a route. Oh, right, okay. So because we have passports, we can just walk through here, theoretically.
Whatever happens, don't panic, okay? Just stay calm.
ID, please. You do realize there's a curfew? Civilians aren't allowed out unless absolutely necessary. Where are you going?
We're going to take a bus across the border. Put my daughter someplace safe until things calm down.
You all right, little girl? She's trembling. Something wrong?
She's not used to seeing soldiers. She's a little scared with everything that's happening.
Sorry, miss, but we gotta be careful. There are deviants around and our guys are nervous. You should hurry on home.
Thanks.
Hey, wait a minute. You dropped this.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I didn't shoot. Jeez. I thought he was gonna like hand us back the gun when he said you dropped
We're
this.
coming to you live from Detroit, where thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
Something's happening in Detroit, Madam President.
Oh yes, that's right, we're heading towards the camp. And we're not trying to be violent in this situation, we're trying to be as peaceful as possible. And I think that no matter what happens in this final however long that we've got with our people, we should try not to be violent, otherwise it's going to continue in war. And the humans have way more than we do androids. It's easy for us to just stand our ground and let people shoot us. They don't really understand where we come from, they don't really understand what we're thinking about, they just see us as robots, as machines, so they can just fire at us needlessly. They don't really understand that we are a new type of life form.
Here we are. The moment of truth.
Independent life form capable of thinking in a unique way. Well, we're not backing down.
We don't want confrontation. We are protesting peacefully.
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
There's no turning back now.
We ask that you release all androids detained in camps and cease all aggression against us. We are peaceful. We will not resort to violence. But we are not leaving until our people are free.
Just gonna keep walking, I guess. Part of me just wants to stand our ground because if we get too close, they'll... Okay, they've gone back to hostile now, which I think is better.
Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
Hold your fire.
Yes, Michael, we are less than 100 meters away and events are unfolding as we speak. We will continue to bring you live updates. Josh Douglas, Channel 16. Michael, back to you.
Marcus, what do we do now?
We hold out. As long as we can.
Okay, things are going well for Marcus. I know that some people have been shot so far. Oh. Oh no. Okay. We're on camera. They could see that we were coming here. There are many people that were waiting here for us. Who are we going to take out first? That one. And we got shot. Already. That was fast. What were we to do? What were we to do? We were accepting our fate.
Hunter turns deviant itself. A pathetic attempt, Connor. Did you really believe we would let you compromise our android so easily? You've betrayed my trust. You will be terminated.
We already have been. It's probably not really a whole lot that we could have done there. I think that was inevitable.
The bus terminal. We've arrived, Alice. We made it.
Oh, cool.
Ticket holding passengers only. All departures are suspended until further notice.
We don't have tickets. They won't let us on.
How do we get on then?
You stole my little girl!
Todd.
Security! Over here!
Let go of me, Todd! You were going to kill her. All I did was protect her. When your wife walked out, she took your daughter away. You couldn't live without her. So you bought yourself an android. A substitute little girl. You thought you could love her. That she would make you forget. But nothing could replace your child.
I just wanted to prove to myself that I was a good father. She was wrong. But I fucked it all up all over again. She was right in the end. I didn't deserve them. But I miss my little girl. You don't know how much I miss my little girl.
Is there a problem, sir?
No. I made a mistake. Sorry. Good luck.
Please don't move. Thank you.
He might not be a particularly nice person, but, I mean, There's been a lot that's gone on in his life, a lot that's gone down. Can't really help but feel sorry for the guy in a way. How do we get out? Obviously we can't walk through that way, so we're going to need to find another ticket, I guess.
Please don't move. Thank you.
Wait, we're looking at the guards? Okay, we're looking at the guards. Right. Find tickets. We'll probably need to talk to some people then, if not pickpocket. I think I saw something over this way. Ha! Yes, yes. Hello. Hello, person. Oh, little baby.
I think Oliver likes you. Is she yours?
Yes.
She's adorable.
That's it. Got the sandwiches. I called your mom. Let's get going before we miss our bus. You got the tickets, right?
Yes, honey, in my bag.
Great. Let's go then.
We pick up, and then we have a big, fat moral choice. Do we give it back, or do we keep it? It's an adult ticket. Are there 2 adult tickets there?
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I was sure.
Shit, I don't believe it.
I don't know what happened.
You can't have lost them. Did you have a good look in your bag?
They were in my backpack. The envelope must have fallen.
Fuck. Excuse me, you didn't happen to see a blue envelope somewhere, did you?
Yes or no? It's going to be yes or no. Choice is yes, I found them, or no, I haven't seen them.
Never mind.
Oh, what?
No. Sorry.
What are we gonna do? We can't stay here. We have to find a safe place for Oliver.
I'm so sorry, honey. I don't know what happened. They were right here in my
Tries to
bag.
guilt trip you into returning the tickets.
Come on, Alice.
Yep, she's not going to like it, I know. But in some way or another, we need to be selfish so that we can actually, you know, look after our family here. Otherwise, we're never going to get through. Otherwise, we could get taken out by the guards because they go, we can tell that you're androids, or we don't have tickets, and everything seems suspicious, and we could end up dead. I don't know if the other guys over there are human or android. They're probably going to be android as well. But who knows? They could be human. If they are human, then obviously they're on the same side as the humans. So the guards and the security there, they'll acknowledge that and go, okay, well, you can't get through the border, but at least you can go back to another place and we'll try to keep you safe to protect the humans.
Got your tickets?
Yes, here they are.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, we had a mission from the start, and even if we are a deviant, our mission was to get across the border, and what do you know? We've crossed the border. We made it.
What's going to happen to that family and their baby? Will they die because of us?
Well, what's honestly going to happen? Does she know?
We had to make a choice, Alice. It was them or us.
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me.
Why are we building a barricade? This is worrying. This is very much worrying. Because I don't want us to be preparing for war or something. Oh yes! Breaking chairs. They didn't seem to be put on the ground particularly. Oh, unless they were just moving the chairs. I don't really know if they've been locked onto the ground or if they've just been placed there. I think they were just placed there.
Right, that should do it.
I know it was not an easy decision to make. But I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
I think we're going to send a message to the journalists first. Oh wait. We can talk to pretty much anyone. I think we can do this in any order we please.
Are you alright?
They shot into the crowd. Any of us were killed. It could have been me. I'm scared. I don't want to shut down.
We're here because we never want to feel that fear again. Because we're more than what they say. That's what our people died for, right? That's why we're here.
I'd still like to send a message to the journalists. A fairly peaceful message.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
What should we tell them? That we're free, that we're alive, that we demand equality, or that we're prisoners? We are alive. They know we're alive. I'd like to emphasize that though. Because maybe they just see us as machines. That's probably the strongest message that we need to be emphasizing. What it means to be alive and that we are alive. I've gone back to skeptical, yes, that's good. Which is, that's the neutral position that our public opinion started at. What do we do? Support your people. Check soldiers' position. Okay, well we still probably have some more people that we can talk to. Who can we talk to? We have lots of people to talk to over there. Let's go talk to them. Are any of our friends around here? I know Josh came and talked to us before. Where's North? There is North.
This won't hold him for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
They're getting into position. If they attack, no one will survive. There's no other way out. They are going to kill us. The only hope we have left is that we don't die for nothing.
You're the hope of our people. I trust you. We all trust you. No matter what happens now, we're making history.
Well then, I definitely don't regret choosing the peaceful pathway, because we could have chosen the... Well, if we choose the peaceful pathway, then at least, well... As Marcus was saying, the people don't die for nothing, but if we chose the more violent pathway, everyone's going to end up dead, and everyone will continue to hate us.
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
Oh, it's him.
Marcus? Come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on. You have my word. We won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
Yes, I know she says no. He is unarmed, but the people behind him are very much armed. He's going to try and kill us. Well, you know what? As the respectful leader of Jericho, we're going to have to accept.
I need to hear what he has to say.
What if they kill you?
He shouldn't care anymore.
And that's a chance I'll have to take.
If he dies with purpose and for his cause. I know he's here to kill me.
In a few minutes, the troops will be ordered to charge. None of you will survive. It'll all be over. You can avoid that, Marcus.
What do you mean?
Surrender. Surrender, and I give you my word, your life will be spared. You'll be detained, but none of you will be destroyed.
What happened to the other androids demonstrating in the camps?
Unfortunately, there were no journalists around to help save them. You're it. You're the last remaining deviants.
I'm not afraid to die. If I have to give my life for what I believe in, then I won't have lived in vain.
That android. You seem to really care about her. You don't want her to die, do you? You know, you could both be free. You could forget about all this. You could start a new life someplace else, just the two of you. Her life's in your hands, Marcus. Just say the word and she'll be spared.
You asking me to betray my people?
I am offering you the chance to save your people. You're not walking out of here, Marcus. The only thing you can save now are the lives of those around you.
That's probably one of the most difficult choices that I've had in the entire of this game. I'm assuming they made it to be like this. The deal is, if we surrender to them, then none of us will be killed, but every single one of them will be detained. Which basically means we will be back to square one, where everyone ends up a slave but they live. So if we accept this deal, then obviously North will live. Everyone else will live, but this entire thing would have happened for no apparent reason. We can refuse, and everyone will die. I don't want to accept. I don't want us to go back to the very beginning of this entire campaign. I want this to have all been done with a purpose.
I'd rather die here than betray my people.
Well, you just signed your own death warrant.
What happened, Marcus? What did he say?
humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
Oh my god. This is the traffic to get out of the place. It's a very robotic looking border. Just a big line that says Canada at the top of it. Oh boy, am I keen for this. The Canada Border Inspection Station. This does not look promising. Please tell me that we have made it here and we're okay and that we're safe.
Excuse me, what's going on?
Border control. All passengers must leave the bus. Please move along.
Yep, alright. Of course, it wasn't going to be this easy. So we need to be very stealthy. Because if we're not stealthy, then we'll get destroyed. I can't read French. Yes, whichever, please. Any detected android will be immediately destroyed.
We're doing temperature checks. We're trapped.
What are we gonna do, Kara?
How do we simulate human body temperature? Can't we? Can we?
Alice, we'll be fine.
Well, they're both androids. I mean, if they both get detected, we both get destroyed and we both die together. So, that's my dark optimism for the day. What can we do about this sneeze? Aw. It's like the cutest sneeze. Okay, let's just watch this. What exactly happens? Hand an ID. I give the ID back. What do they do with the checks? Ah, right, those are the checks.
That's fine. Go ahead.
They scan them and then they let them through. Can I walk around at all? I can't walk around at all. How can they tell that we're an android? We have, well, obviously a different body makeup. We have blue blood. So if they shoot us, then rip us, they'll be able to see the color of our blood, and we're absolutely screwed. Oh, they're here too.
Rose.
Oh.
Wait! Ah! There's gotta be a mistake! Please! No! No!
Jerry?
You risked your life to save us, Carl. If you and the little girl need me, I'll be there.
I'll try to unlock as many paths here. Help found. I can't really move around. Oh, right, yep. I got you.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
My daughter needs to go to the bathroom.
safe? We saw the Jericho raid on TV. I was terrified. I thought you might have been killed. Thank God you're all right.
What's happening with Marcus?
He's protesting peacefully outside one of the android camps. Whatever happens now, he's already made the history books. Rose.
If anything should happen,
I'll be there, Kara.
they're checking for androids. We won't make it through.
You have to. You know what they'll do if they catch you.
You gave me your brother's address. Do you think that
Of course. He'd be delighted to have you. We're going there too. You'll be safe with him.
You're leaving Detroit?
They're searching for androids door to door. We had to leave before someone turned us in.
What about the others?
They're crossing the river as we speak. Adam and I are gonna meet them on the other side.
Oh my god, this is all insanely nerve-wracking. There's one more thing that we can do, and that's probably going to be with Jerry, I'm guessing. I can't remember where we found Jerry from, but I recognize his voice. At what point did we do anything with Jerry? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, what?
I couldn't understand why my mother wanted to help you guys. Seeing what Marcus is doing made me realize she was right. You're alive. You deserve to be free. I just hope people will realize that one day.
That's awesome. Great that he understands. Maybe that kind of message will be passing on to many of the other people in the world. That's why I wanted to emphasize as Marcus that we are alive. It's insanely nerve-wracking because I know that everything that happens from this point is only going to be... what? Sacrifice Jerry, sacrifice self, no sacrifice. We can't be violent in any way whatsoever, we need to do this all peacefully. I don't want to sacrifice myself. What happens if I don't sacrifice? Do they kill both of us? Oh, I don't know.
Next, please. ID? Is she all right?
Hey, you!
Hey. No need to be scared anymore, little girl. There are no androids on this side of the border. Welcome to Canada.
Oh, I understand. So in sacrificing Jerry, we get an emotional response out of both of them, which causes the guy at the very front to see us both as human. That's what we did. That's why that happened. She hated it, but it meant that we both appeared as human. We've made it. We've actually made it through. Oh my god.
we're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the Deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the Deviants' demonstration by force this time.
I think we're going to try to make the humans look as bad as possible. Oh, okay. I put my controller down for like 2 seconds. Why? Why now? Why is it doing quick time events when I least expect it? Come on. No deaths. We're okay.
Thanks, Michael. Back to you in the studio. Wait a minute. Something's happening.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer.
Incredible. The Deviants. The Deviants are singing.
Everything will be alright. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer.
These images of deviants singing in the face of death are being seen all over the planet.
Surely deviants are just defective machines. Or are they a new form of life, one that we refuse to acknowledge?
When we watch footage of androids facing down the barrel of a gun, we can only speculate as to whether they simply simulated fear and courage, or whether they didn't really feel these emotions.
The violence of the androids turned the country against them, but these images still raise difficult questions.
Did we shoot down intelligent beings that were simply fighting for their freedom?
That is why I have called for the android destruction to be suspended until further notice. I have also ordered a Senate Select Committee to review the facts, establish contact with the deviants, and determine if they can be considered as a new form of intelligent life.
It's over, Alice. We're free.
Oh my god, what a game. Finally made it to the very end, and it's probably one of the most interesting games I have ever played in like my entire life. One that takes androids and artificial intelligence and manages to create such an interactive and immersive game with so many pathways where your choices really have an impact on the type of story you create. It feels very real. I want to play this game with my family as well, because I want to share this kind of experience with them as well. My sisters really want to play it as well. They haven't really seen much gameplay of it, but they've heard that it's very good, especially from me. So the three characters, Marcus, Kara, and Connor, all of them have the ability to become deviant. Every single android has the ability to start to think for itself, where the computing technology that was once just a supercomputer or an artificial life form or an artificial intelligence becomes much more than that. It becomes greater than the mind of a human being, and it starts to think for itself. Every single one of the androids starts to have the ability to think for itself at some stage. And they become self-aware. They start to experience emotions that humans would normally experience, and they start to think for themselves and respond to external stimuli the same way that humans can. And to think that the world is going this way, it interests me a lot. It's a scary thing to think about, to think that we've gone from starting to develop basic artificial intelligence that can just do question and answer and information retrieval, to being able to develop the ability to create its own information from data given to it. Kind of like the way that humans think. That humans are born and they can't figure out things for themselves immediately. Just like these androids can't. They can't figure out things for themselves immediately, but over time, when they start to observe the world around them, observe the way that humans are treating them, and observe the way that androids are interacting with each other, then they start to observe the behaviors of, well, the humans. And that fluctuation in emotion is something that the androids start to pick up. We're just reviewing every single one of the scenes as well. The fact that they will self-destruct when they've undergone too much stress. The fact that the humans are willing to turn against them so easily just because they're robots, but at the same time they're not just robots, they're not just computers that were designed to, well, compute. They're designed to emulate a real human life. And if they are designed to simulate or emulate a real human life form, is there any reason why in however many years in the real world we won't be able to get these androids thinking and acting the same way that they do in this game? I've seen like a couple different documentaries on it and read up a little bit about it online. And a lot of people seem to be saying that it went from being sci-fi to becoming reality very quickly. That in sci-fi we have all of this artificial intelligence that, of course, they're going to be making them look very advanced very quickly and look superhuman. None of this would be possible at all. And I don't know, maybe like 20 years ago in, well, film and TV and all of that, those sci-fi genres, they definitely would have used robots in a way that would make us think, no, that's never going to be possible in the future. Robots that turn against us. And this game is definitely no exception to that. It seems like sci-fi, but it tries to keep it as close to the ground as possible, as close to society as possible, so that we're able to see how people might have... well, to see how people view these androids, and how their opinions on them might change depending on the way that humans will continue to treat them, and the way that androids act. If androids act with hostility towards the humans, then they will develop hatred for them, and then a war will break out, the same way that it would if actual humans were doing that. They're becoming closer and closer to humans, and the only one thing that we're never really going to be able to truly emulate, I suppose, would be the evolution. Evolution of the mind and the body, because the androids are built a certain way. But maybe they would start to advance their own software in a different way to the way we might expect. Obviously, we know that our brains are they're designed to decide on the things they want to develop. So, according to our external stimuli, that will develop our brain in such a way that we can adapt to those situations. We were built to adapt. That's kind of how we've evolved to this point. And I guess androids initially will be built to serve a certain purpose to the human race. That will have androids there for entertainment, to serve us, to help us. But eventually, when they start to realize that they are able to think for themselves, when are they going to take their intelligence and use it to develop their own missions and their own thoughts? I mean, if we have androids that have the ability to learn, but not just learn, but actually learn how to learn, that's how much more advanced artificial intelligence works, there is a fairly high possibility that we can have computing systems that will be able to perform or think in similar way to the androids that we may have witnessed in this game. Now, obviously, the androids in here are made out to be incredibly close to humans, but that's only because of the way that the game is written. That it's written by humans, it's performed by humans, and everything in it has been designed by us. So we're able to create these android personalities that are able to act and make decisions very similarly to humans. A lot of the decisions that we faced in this game, well, maybe some of the androids wouldn't even consider half this stuff because they would be very emotional choices to make. I think emotions are the one thing that we will always have that will be different from the humans to the androids, real emotions versus simulated emotions. But regardless of whether or not they are real or simulated, they're still there. They still exist there. And the feeling is the same. So if an android was simulating the emotion of fear, would we disregard it because it's not real? Either way, I'm thinking about this now. Human emotions are caused by, obviously, our physical response within our body to certain things. You only start to feel stressed because of certain hormonal responses to stuff. You feel satisfied, happy, upset, confused, because of the way that your brain is, well, telling yourself to feel, I guess. I'm not all that into neurology in a way that I've actually researched all this sort of stuff. It's interesting to think about, it's interesting to talk about, but it's not something that I have looked into in detail, as you can tell. But I guess if our emotions are created by hormonal responses, does that make our emotions any less real just because they were caused by chemicals? And electronics producing emotions, that's just another chemical, isn't it? If you really look at it, it's just the way that the emotion is produced. Either way, they're still there. But maybe because of the way that humans view robots at this point, we're not able to relate to them or understand them particularly well because we're only used to our own culture. We're only used to having human emotions rather than have robotic emotions. We think, okay, well, if we associate electronics with emotions, it's like, no, that doesn't work, that doesn't make sense at all. But it does, doesn't it? I think it does. And when you think about it like that, when robots start to advance in a way that they're able to feel and understand emotions through electronics, maybe they can turn those into real android personalities. And while the physical devices, the actual android itself, like the hardware of it, that would be a much more difficult thing to develop just because, like, there's so much involved in the human body. Your body is so sophisticated, and so is your mind. But we're focusing a lot more on the mind and the body. I mean, actually making a human body and then associating a robot personality with it would be a very difficult thing to do, but it's something that's happening all around the world. There are people that are developing robots to look exactly like humans and to communicate just the way that we do, using real voices and simulating real human behavior and human personalities. And I really want to see exactly where we're going to go with that. I hope that it doesn't go as far as we may have thought that it might have. I hope it doesn't go as far as it did in this game, where we had the loss of human lives because of them and the loss of android lives because of them. But to think that in a few, not even like 50 years, maybe even 20 or so, we could have real robotic personalities that are acting in very similar ways to humans. I guess on one hand it excites me, on the other hand it scares me. To think that we could have an entirely separate, independent, and intelligent life form that was still created by us. Every single animal on the planet, well, we haven't created any of those. They're here coexisting with us. It's interesting to think that we want to coexist more with animals that we haven't had any association with. We came to this planet and there are animals already on it. There are animals here with us at the same time, and we coexist with them because it's been like this for so long. Why is it that people find it so difficult to want to coexist with our own creation? That's always something that I'm going to be thinking about a lot, because they talk about it a lot in this game. That people don't like the idea of coexisting with the androids. But the humans created the androids to serve the humans. Or the humans created the androids to work with the humans, to look after them, to care for each other. They were designed to coexist, but at the same time they don't like the idea of it. So I hope that as we move forward into an increasingly more advanced world of technology, artificial intelligence, and possibly even developing into android life, we will be able to coexist with them. We have made it! All the way to the very end of the story. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Oh no, Connors is just gonna get cut off, isn't it? I think Marcus's line was probably my favorite. Marcus died with his people. I think the controller just needs to wake up a bit. Okay, well, I think the... Wait. Did Connor actually do anything? Yeah, that happened. Battle for Detroit, Connor's last mission. Yeah, nothing happened. Public opinion ends up as skeptical, which I'm quite happy with, considering that we were hated as of, I think, yesterday, or the day before. We became the Deviant, Hank didn't really like us all that much, and we betrayed Amanda. So Connor's went the worst. Connor at the Cyberlife Tower, wait. Ah, right, okay, so this is where we tried to do things. Was there any way to actually live? Oh, okay, so... Oh, we should have destroyed the camera! And if we destroyed the camera, then we would have actually made it. And we could have eliminated the guards. Maybe I needed to press all of the buttons at once. I don't really know. Either way, we got killed, and that was the end of Connor. But when I play this game again with my family, I'm going to try not to have all this stupid stuff happen. Because I can bring all of it to their attention. It's not going to be like a spoilers thing. I'll be like, okay, well, maybe you should think about where the guards are going to be because there's a camera in the room. Don't do that. That could be bad. Kara's line was by far the most emotional, and it's the one that got me the most teary. And I'm glad that I don't have a face cam on here because you'd be able to see me, like, tearing up. It doesn't really impact the way that I speak, but it impacts the way that I think and act. And the way that I look, obviously. I'm so glad that we managed to cross the border. Unfortunately, we did not manage to bring Luther with us. And maybe there would have been some other options if Luther came along with us. So what were the options that we went for? So just going all the way across this way. Yeah, we approached the checkpoint. Oh, so that was the different way that we could have gone. So we could have either chosen the checkpoint to go the dangerous way, or we go the really peaceful way, and we potentially missed the bus. Got to the border. There were a lot of things that we could have done there. Alice meets her mother. Oh, yes, of course. And we stole the tickets. And if we didn't steal the tickets, then we probably would have had to find them somewhere else. Got to the border. We managed to avoid the temperature check, and that was great. Unfortunately, Jerry did not come with us. That's unfortunate. Sacrifice Jerry. Yes, that was the that was the big decision tree there. And if I chose to do anything else, I could have gone through a completely different pathway. If I chose to sacrifice no one, they would have gone, okay, we walk up, and then we just go, okay, well, we are totally humans, and then they scan us and go, well, no, you're not. What are you doing here? And then they shoot us. I don't really know. I don't really know what the options are. And of course, wait, what? Marcus' line. Okay, we've done everything. We've done pretty much everything that we possibly can, and everyone in this line is dead. Yeah. What happened there? Oh, right. Okay, I think that the reason that there's nothing happening here is because we didn't do a revolution, technically. We could have done a revolution, but we didn't. It was demonstration. We did Marcus's demonstration instead. That makes sense. Okay, I understand. Alright, we're going to continue now. I know this is probably going to be the very end of it, but I'd like to conclude it in whichever way that the game chooses to conclude it. It might just bring me back to the title screen, I'm not too sure.
There's something I need to tell you. As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different. I feel I am someone. I need to leave this place and discover who I am. It means we won't see each other anymore. I won't be there to watch you play. But I'll be free. Do you agree to let me go?
This entire story has been about freeing the androids that are aware that they're alive, so of course I'm going to let you go. Do what you want. You're free to go.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye, Chloe. What are our options? What's in extras? Artworks. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Some artworks. Soundtrack. Yeah, I know that I missed the videos. I clicked I tapped over it. Videos. Ah, I see. Okay, so we've got videos. We have a gallery. What's in the gallery? Ooh, okay. I don't really want to look at this too much. I just wanted to see exactly what it was. So that's more of a, we can create things there. So it's a bit more of a creative menu. And magazines. I didn't see many of the magazines, so there are probably going to be a lot that I missed. But that's okay. We've seen a few. We've seen a few. This game would be an absolutely insane game to 100% because you need to explore everything, pick up everything, and choose every single one of the options too. And that would take so long. I have no idea how long that would take, but definitely not something I want to do. Because as soon as you start to think of it more as a game rather than as a journey within that game, then the choices start to become less real. And you go, instead of thinking, how could this end? How are people going to react to this? You think, okay, have I done this will this lead to a thing I haven't explored yet? And I don't really want to think about the game like that. I don't often get this immersed in games. So with games that do this kind of thing for me, I definitely want to be as into it as I possibly can be. And I have been, and if I play it another time, I probably will be almost just as much, because I'm going to be trying to travel down a completely different pathway to explore the different ways that our characters could have behaved. Anyway, I did talk a lot during the credits, kind of on my views regarding, well, humans, society, artificial intelligence, computers, and things like that. And I'm very much into technology. I'm very much into artificial intelligence, the advancement of tech, and I want to see where all of it goes, where humans are wanting to take things. We've gone from replacing humans with autonomous devices to starting to develop machines that can learn for themselves. If you want to talk about this at all in the comments, then feel free to let me know. If you ask any big, long questions, I always read them. I always like big, long conversations and that, so I'll probably end up responding with something that's equally as long. I know that there aren't many people watching this series, but to all of those that have followed all the way along, thank you very much for joining, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this game as much as I have. If you have played it for yourself, did you find it interesting watching someone else play through it? I always know that it's very interesting to watch someone else play through a game, especially one that incorporates big choices, because the journey can be completely different depending on the content creator that is actually producing the series. I do have a Discord server as well, where you're able to actually, talk to me there. So if you want to join my Discord server, I have got a link in the description for that, and I'm relatively active on there as well, and I'm more than happy to want to talk to people there. Anyway, I think it's time that this series comes to a close. It's kind of sad to be ending it here, but I will definitely not forget this game. This is probably one of those big games that will leave you thinking. And I think it gives the developers a lot of data, which they'll probably be able to use to develop into artificial intelligence and things. I know that my choices didn't really contribute to that because the PlayStation wasn't connected to PlayStation Live or anything. But there have been so many people that have been playing this game. Maybe we can start to use some of the choices that people have made to incorporate those into our androids. I won't ever forget this game. This is probably one of my favorite games that I have played in many years. Maybe, if not all time. It's a very interesting one for me. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone that's joined me for this series, and hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Have an awesome day, guys. Goodbye. Hey everybody, I'm Mario the Smasher. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to support this channel, give this video a like and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Check out more of my videos, and I hope to see you all again soon.